In this lesson, we are going to start discussing common construction symbols that are found on many construction prints in the construction industry. So what we're going to discuss in this presentation is we're going to go over a couple common door and window symbols, a couple of things with material, different materials, electrical and mechanical symbols. We're going to also discuss reference marks for coordinating drawings, some of the symbols that are commonly found on blueprints, and we're also going to kind of discuss briefly some of the abbreviations that you may commonly see on these prints. So many constructions features cannot all be drawn exactly as they appear. If they did, it would just take up a lot of room and a lot of space on that piece of paper. So we have developed standard symbols to show these various materials. These symbols can represent your plumbing fixtures, your fittings, any electrical device that's in there, such as your outlets and your switches. It's going to represent your doors, your windows, and any other common objects that are in many of our buildings today. Notes on these drawings also give additional explanations, maybe what type of specifications that these devices are rated for, the type of materials that they're made up of, so on and so forth. So with your doors and your windows, symbols they show the type of door and the windows that's going to be used, and it also shows you the direction that they are actually going to open. Okay, your windows are named according to how they are actually open. Okay, so you can see, like here is just a simple swinging door. This swinging door is actually going to open to the right. This would be a sliding glass door. The sliding glass door would actually open to the left. Okay, this is your accordion type door, maybe a partition. Okay, that's going to open to the right. Okay, and here's your bifold doors. Obviously, they both open. All of these would be on a drawing for the interior that would demonstrate where these windows and doors will actually be located. Okay, here's some other types of pictures and drawings that you show here. Okay, here's your double hung window. There's your sliding window. There's your awning. Okay, casement windows, hoppers. Okay, all those types of windows. These are all shown, and this is how they would look on a print to identify what window is what. Okay, the sizes are is shown in nominal sizes, or maybe approximate, okay, on a special schedule. Okay, this might also be indicated by on the plans, or maybe actually on the exact plan with the symbol. Okay, these plans will give you the glass size. It's going to tell you how big the sash of the window would be. It's going to tell you the rough opening in the house frame that is there, and if it's a masonry type exterior, it's going to give you the size of the masonry opening so that these windows can actually properly fit in the windows and be properly sealed. Your drawing outline may be filled in with a material symbol to show what the object is actually made of. Okay, so it's going to tell us whether it's a structural concrete. It could tell us if it's wood, if it's plywood, is it aluminum, is it rigid board, is it some sort of squared stone. It's all of these symbols we'll find on your plan and section portion of your blueprints. Okay, notice how they have the intricate different symbols to represent each one of these types of material. All of these stuffs would be found on the legend as well of your blueprints, so you can locate them and reference them as needed. This here would be a symbol of maybe the exterior of a house, and it's just simply telling you, hey, the outside is all going to be brick. Okay, it's just a simple rendering of what the building is going to look like. It also just tells you where the windows are located and the exterior material that's going to be used. Okay, your electrical and your mechanical symbols, those are going to include your wiring. Those are going to include all of your electrical devices, your conduits, your piping, pipe fittings, any plumbing fixtures, your registers, your heating and air conditioning ducts. Those are all going to be found on the electrical and mechanical prints. Okay, your wiring is indicated by lines to show connections. Outlets and switches are all not shown in the actual position, but major fixtures and appliances are going to be shown where they're actually going to be. Okay, so here's some of your symbols that are commonly found for your electrical. Okay, so the top one there, that's your conveyance outlet. That's your simple outlet outside in the on your walls. Your range outlet for your stove and your maybe dryer downstairs. Your wall switches. Okay, if it's going to be a three-way, it's going to have an S3, or if it's just a simple two-way switch, maybe it's just a standard S2. You're going to have your ceiling lights, whether they're recessed or not. Your wall lights, just because the symbols, your fluorescent light fixtures is just simply a box. Your thermostat for all of your heating and air conditioning stuff, that's usually going to be marked with a T and a circle around it, and then you're going to have your breaker panel. Breaker panel just kind of looks like a little blacked out box that sits on a wall. Okay, usually these are all going to be labeled and designated as to what exactly they're going to be. So with all of your mechanical systems, your plumbing, heating, ventilation, air conditioning stuff are not shown on detail, shown in detail on your drawings for your single family homes. Some important features may be shown, some may not. When it comes to the mechanical stuff, your plumbing and heating and air conditioning stuff, usually those are going to have their own separate blueprint, just simply dedicated just to those things, because obviously there's a lot that goes into it, so it kind of just warrants its own set of drawings for it. Your piping is all going to be shown by lines. And your different lines are going to represent different kinds of piping. Like here's a valve. Okay, the top one there, that's a simple ball valve or a gate valve. Then you're going to have your 90-degree elbow. Notice how that's wired out. Okay, then you have your 45s, your Ys, your Ts, your unions. Okay, some stuff that's actually going to be your wastewater, cold water, hot water. Notice how these are all different symbols. Okay, cold water is aligned with a single dash. Hot water is aligned with two dashes. Your gas line is aligned with a G. Okay, all of these lines are on there, and these are all specific to certain things within the home or place of business. A lot of your reference marks on blueprints indicate where details or sections of important features have been drawn. Again, remember, blueprints can be several hundred pages. So in order to find things in more detail, there's going to be a separate set of drawings for it. So in order to find those drawings, there's going to be a reference mark on the print to show you where that additional detail or section actually is. It's also going to have a numbering section on it. Okay, each sheet's going to have a number. It's going to have a name of each view. Okay, so for example, sheet 1, site plan. The number is going to be according to the kind of drawing. Okay, for example, architectural drawing sheets, they're going to be numbered A1, A2. Architectural sheet 1, architectural sheet 2. Your mechanical drawing for like your HVAC, that's going to be maybe M1 or M2, M3, so on and so forth. Your electrical is going to be labeled with E, E1, E2. Okay, plumbing P. So you can kind of get the gist of how these things get organized and drawn out. So here you can see as a reference mark, this guy here, this is A4. Okay, so this is an architectural drawing, sheet number 4. Okay, and this kind of gives you maybe the foundation for a home. Okay, or actually this is actually a fireplace section, drawn to 3/8 per foot. So every 3/8 of an inch will equal 1 foot of actual space. When you're drawing on your abbreviations, obviously all of your construction stuff is going to have many notes. It's going to have labels for parts. So in order to keep the writing down to a simplified version, so it's not taking up a whole bunch of space on the paper, you're going to have abbreviations. Okay, for buildings, it's going to be BLDG. Okay, HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, HVAC. Okay, plumbing will probably be like PL or PLU or something like that. So it's just very basic abbreviations to try to find where things actually go.